Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of George Explores Coffee, and this is our part 2 of specialty coffee shops that we went to in Amsterdam. And in this episode we will visit 2 very special coffee shops that kind of left a mark on me, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave your comments down below and sit back and enjoy. Okay, so we just arrived here at Sango coffee shop, specialty coffee shop here in Amsterdam. So we are going to enter and try their pour over, maybe try their espresso and see how it goes. But yeah, this is Sango.
Beans, and the competition is the coffees we use for Brewers Cup.
Nice.
What kind of flavors do you like?
So usually into washed coffees most of the time. Do you have like
washed as well?
Yeah, but the washed geisha from Las Marias from Colombia.
One, yeah.
That one seems interesting.
It's very like citrus, like sweet citrus with quite some floral and herbal notes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And this is the Lady Bermudas, the one that won
Yes.
the Dutch Brewers Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Was this the one that you won with the origami, the Brewers Cup?
No, I used these, and there was another one. I blended 3.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then for this year we blended the Leti with Bella.
Okay.
And actually also mono a little bit.
Interesting.
Just to even out like the flavor profile.
Yeah.
And then so that one, but this was like the main component. And then for World Brewers Cup we used the Wilder Lasso Geisha. I didn't win, but the guy who won wanted to blend it with the Liberica from Indonesia to create a more like ginger minty coffee.
Yeah, interesting.
But we don't have that here, so we only
have this one.
straight. Yeah.
Wilder Lasso is always interesting. I think he's a very interesting producer. And,
So we use Panama Geisha beans.
Yeah.
Grown on Wilder Lasso's Bella Alejandra farm. Yeah.
So maybe we should start with the competition, the Wilder Lasso,
Yeah.
We just ordered the Wilder Lasso, the washed geisha, as you guys saw me order. And just on the nose, this is an incredibly aromatic coffee. I'm really getting that similar vibes as the Wilder Lasso I had from September Coffee just a few months ago. It's very incredibly floral on the nose. Maybe some lavender, a lot of lavender, maybe even picking up some kind of lemongrass, but yeah, it is incredibly floral. So yeah, let's just take a sip and see how it is. Oh wow. This is incredibly floral. This is so I'm picking up some tropical fruits in here. Maybe some mango. But it's very silky, very dynamic. Definitely lavender is there. Maybe even elderflower. Another florality that I think I'm picking up here. It is a little warm, so we should probably let it cool a little before we can test it further. But yeah, very silky, very light cup of coffee. It is very, like if you look at the, I don't know if you can see from the color here, but it is a pretty light roasted coffee. Maybe skewing on the ultralight end. It's very light and the body is very tea-like. It is interesting because the more this cup cools down, the more I am able to pick up some kind of a tropical fruits. Maybe guava is there, maybe mango as well. I'm not fully sure. Super, like very clean as well. So it is definitely. Like it has a lot of dynamics, this cup of coffee, but it's at the same time very clean and a lot of layers upon layers. But yeah, super enjoyable and lovely scenery here at Sango Coffee Roasters. Located pretty central here in Amsterdam, actually. I believe it was around 6-minute walk from the train station, from the central train station here. But yeah, very nice, very velvety cup of coffee. Yeah. I'm gonna let this cool for a bit and let you guys know how it transforms as it cools. So we paid around 13 euros, I believe, for this pour over, and I think it is a pretty good deal considering it is definitely on the higher side of things. But they did have, so we actually went with their kind of one of their higher end offerings here, and it was also one that the barista recommended for us to try. And but yeah, the other pour-overs, I think you guys saw the prices weren't really that expensive if you compare to other places. It is pretty, I mean, it's not cheap maybe, but it is, yeah, I think it is pretty reasonable considering what you are getting here. And it is located in a beautiful spot as well. I'm going to show you the decor of this place because it is quite lovely actually and very unique in a way. Kind of feels like I'm sitting yeah, like on the top floor in a cozy house somewhere and having a lovely view here. Just so floral, so delicate, so complex, yet very clean and dynamic. Yeah, cannot go wrong there with this cup. But yeah, I mean, it is interesting because we've been to a few places here. We've been to Fuku, we've been to Dax Showroom, we've been to Uncommon, the coffee district as well. So we've been to quite a few coffee shops here in the city. And I think this one here, Sango Coffee Roasters, it might just be one of my favorites. It is so unique, this place, the whole vibe of it, and I just like sitting here. It's very like relaxing, and the coffee is just, yeah, it's one of those few times when you have a cup of coffee and you feel like this one cannot be better. Most of the times when I usually have a cup of coffee at a cafe, sometimes I do feel that it could be a bit better, maybe a drop of Apex or something. Coarser grind or whatever the reason might be could make the cup more pop a bit more. With this cup that I'm having here, it is just outstanding throughout. It is incredible. How long have you guys been around for?
Almost 5 years.
Oh, cool.
Next week, I think, is our birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is a micro roastery or a smaller batch roastery / cafe, or?
We roast on a 15 kilo IMF, but like considering big brands, I would say we are a micro roastery.
Yeah, nice, nice. That's awesome. That's so cool. And your roast style is like light to medium or like old?
I've done the coffees, but like light, and the espressos light to medium.
Yeah. I feel that it is a bit lighter than your average Nordic style roast. Like it is a bit lighter maybe.
Well, the geishas I do quite light because the quality is really
exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
Bring out.
It was very delicate, very like well defined. So yeah. Just shows like a consistent roasting is usually what you need to bring out that yard.
For sure, yeah. We hosted a origami cup.
Ah, cool.
That's the guy who won the origami cup.
Ah, nice. And he's one of the owners of this cafe, or
he's just a guy from south of the Netherlands.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you were the one who roasts the coffee here, or?
Yeah, I'm the roaster.
Oh, nice,
I'm
nice.
the owner. It's with my wife.
Oh, cool, cool. That's great. Alrighty, guys, that was Sango Coffee Roasters, and it was really a very special specialty coffee shop that we visited. Such a unique experience, and a pleasure to meet Mitchell, one of the co-founders, to talk to him a little bit about how it all started for them and their philosophy. And we are on to our next specialty coffee shop now, so join me as we go there. Alright, you guys, welcome back to George Explorers Coffee. So we are on our way to a coffee shop that I recently was recently recommended to me, called Maracuyá Coffee. And it's basically a small little coffee shop that has beans from different roasters. So we're gonna head there right now and check it out and let you know how it is. Alright, so hi everyone. So we are here today at Cafe Maracuyá in Amsterdam. It's a specialty coffee shop that's, I'm not sure how long they've been around. I'm gonna ask the barista later on. But yeah, we just ordered ourselves a pour over. We ordered the Gaitania Jorge Elias Rojas Natural Anaerobic Catura and Castillo variety from Tolima, Colombia. I'm gonna show you guys the menu as well. But yeah, very cozy place, very nice vibes here. Pretty calm on this Thursday after lunch. We're here at I'm not sure what the street is called. I'll check it out later and post it in the description. But yeah, coffee, specialty coffee shop, Maracuyá, and yeah, I'm gonna sample this coffee here. Alright, so we are gonna try this coffee. It smells absolutely amazing. It has notes of maybe some jam in here, like orange jam or berry jam, like a lot of jammy notes. So very sweet, it has like a interesting almost like a winey kind of acidity. So we shall try it, see how it is. But yeah, Maracuyá coffee shop based. I'm gonna write it down to you guys. I actually walked here from Kinkerstraat, I believe it's called Kinkerstraat, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just took the subway and it was around 10 to 12 minutes walk to here. And yeah, I'm gonna try this. It's interesting. It's definitely a lot of ripe notes in here, and I can see that they have listed red wine, ripe sherry, and orange jam. So the orange jam is definitely there. It's extremely jammy coffee. It is very sweet. Yeah, it's incredibly sweet. It almost has like a sticky mouthfeel in a way that it kind of the sweetness is like yeah, like very sticky, and overall like it has some body in here as well. But overall a very like light roasted cup of coffee in general. Yeah, it's just very comforting to sip on this cloudy day. Have around maybe it's around 20 degrees Celsius outside, so still pretty nice. And this coffee is also, yeah, it's very enjoyable. So the red wine note is quite interesting. Whenever I go to a specialty coffee shop and I order, let's say, an anaerobic processed coffee or a natural that has notes of like red wine, let's say, I can often know what to expect. It's usually going to be a little, it's going to have that kind of red wine like acidity. It doesn't mean it's going to be dry, but it's going to be, yeah, like a little winey in the way the acidity is structured in the cup. But yeah, this one is not as so I've had a lot of natural anaerobics that have had like a very loud kind of red wine note. This one is definitely more pleasant. It's a bit cleaner than some of the other ones that I've had that have been more wild or intense when it comes to presenting that kind of a red wine note. Ripe cherry and orange jam, yeah, it just tells you that this coffee is very like has a lot of like red fruits, yeah. But interesting. I don't think I've ever had a Caturra, Castillo, and Bourbon blend from Tolima, Colombia. And this coffee is roasted by Montclair. I believe they're based in Belgium. Not really sure, but it's very nice. Very. It has a good amount of sweetness here. I really enjoy it. And I think roast profile for this coffee, I'm guessing we are, sort of feels like a Nordic light roast to me. It might not be your ultralight roast because it is very, it has some body in here as well, as I mentioned earlier. It's not like super thin or very tea-like as some ultralight coffees can be. So this one is definitely, yeah, it's like a, I would say like a Nordic light roast. So it's interesting. I asked the barista who works here a little bit about their coffee. So they have coffees here from different coffee roasters. And I'm going to show you guys what coffee roasters they currently have. But I saw some Manhattan DAC coffee roasters. And he told me that they're expecting more coffees next week from Porto, from Athens, from different small coffee roasters. So yeah, they have a different kind of menu here where they show you like which coffees they have on their menu, and they have like frozen, pre-dosed coffees. So this one that I ordered was a pre-dosed frozen one. And they're right here. So this selection celebrates some of the very best specialty coffees in the world. Each coffee is pre-dosed and frozen to be enjoyed at the peak of its flavor profile. So that is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that in any cafe that I've been to. I mean, I've been to cafes that pre-dose and freeze coffees. Fried Hats recently, Motors in Paris, they do the same thing. Just to mention a few. But yeah, but what's so interesting about this is they write that they have frozen to be enjoyed at the peak of its flavor profile. That pretty much tells me that they probably rested the coffee and then like tried it out, and when the coffee kind of reached its peak, whether that be in week 3 or 4, they decided to freeze that coffee and later on to be enjoyed by customers at its peak, basically. So I think that is pretty unique, and it's definitely something that I think more and more coffee shops should follow, because it's also a good way of showcasing what the coffee has to offer, like when it is at its peak. And because some of you guys have probably opened a bag at 2 weeks and you're still not getting the full potential of what the coffee has to offer, just because it needs a little bit more rest, maybe another week or 2 before it fully opens up, especially if it's like very light roasted. And yeah, this just goes to show that they are taking coffees here very seriously, and they want you as a customer to have the best experience possible. So yeah, I think that is pretty cool. I'm gonna ask him about that later on and see how they kind of decided to do that, because that is very interesting, and it's certainly not something that I see too often, especially not a coffee shop that also like they explain why they do that in a way, and yeah, that is super interesting. But yeah, this is a very nice little, feels like a little neighborhood cafe here. Very calm, very inviting atmosphere here. Highly recommend you guys to check out this place. I kind of stumbled upon this place. I was actually DM'd Manhattan Coffee Roasters where I could find their coffees in the city, and they kind of recommended me to go here and check if they might have that coffee. So I also decided to, while I was here, to kind of try their pour over menu and see what they have. And yeah, kind of it's interesting because it's like one of those coffee shops that you stumble in on accident and you just an amazing experience. Also have a pretty good, they have even like wine and beer options here, menu for that. So they have a lot of interesting food items as well. A lot of pastries here, and yeah, like a lot of tea options and coffees, depending on what you guys are into. So yeah, they have a lot of options in this shop here, and super interesting coffee too. And this coffee was actually, so it was around, I believe I paid €8 for it, which some of you might consider a bit on the pricier side, but for me, and I've said this before, I think for pour over at a cafe, I usually expect it to be around 8 to 15, mostly because the barista is making that for you, so it's a special kind of coffee to prepare and to brew. It takes more time. It takes more, maybe more attention to detail than if you make like a batch filter and you already know how much to add and everything. With a pour over, it's much more like a hands-on experience, and yeah, just a super interesting, super cool experience. And I think it's a pretty good deal. And they had even other options here. I believe they had, like they had their Kenya for like €6. So their pour over menu is anything from like €6 to €10, which I think it is a pretty good deal. That's what I think. But yeah, also a lot of interesting espresso options here from Manhattan and a matter of concrete. So different coffee roasters, different options here. So yeah, if you're in the area, check this place out. It's pretty cool. All right, so that was Maracuyá coffee, and it was a super nice experience. Really enjoyed my time there, and the barista was super friendly, very like sharing his experience, why they do things the way they do over there. And I especially like the way that they freeze the coffees. They pre-dose and freeze them, and they do that to make them last a bit longer, to keep them fresher, so people can enjoy them at their peak. And it's just an amazing thing. I feel that more and more coffee shops, I hope, will do that in the future as well. But yeah, super nice experience. Please leave your questions down below if you have any questions, and like and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys soon. That was Maracuyá coffee. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching the part 2 of my deep dive into specialty coffee shops here in Amsterdam, and it's really been such an amazing experience to meet all these baristas and coffee owners and kind of hear their story and sharing experiences with them. It kind of shows what specialty coffee is all about. It's all about telling stories and enjoying what's in the cup. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and it would really mean the world to me if you hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. And thank you so much once again, and I wish you all a good day.